This is reading lesson number 25. This video is for you if you struggle with reading. I'm April McMurtry, a professional reading specialist, dyslexia specialist, and the developer of the Learn Reading program, and I'm going to teach you to read through 100 videos. It is important that you start with lesson 1, and I have that video linked for you in the description below. I will be building upon each lesson, so it's important that you watch them in order and begin with lesson 1. Here's how these lessons will work. The first 10 lessons are taken from my Begin Reading packet. And if you want to print the worksheets, that link is next to the number 1 in the description. Lessons 11 through 90 are taken from my Learn Reading program. And if you want to print those worksheets, that link is next to the number 2. Lessons 91 through 100 are taken from my adult reading class, and that link is next to the number 3 in the description below. If you do not purchase the worksheets to follow along with me, that is fine. I would love to teach you right here for free, but you will need a piece of paper and a pencil to copy the words down. So go ahead and push pause, grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and then come right back. I will have 2 videos for you each week. You are free to follow along with me here for free, or you can join me at any time in my live adult reading class, especially if these lessons are a little easy for you. In my live class, I can help you more personally. Again, that live class link is next to the number 3 in the description below. If you would like an online tutor, I can recommend several, and I have those linked in the description as well. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here's where we left off on lesson 24. These were your new words. We were working on the long sound of U, which says oo or you. So the last 4 words were your homework last time, and I want to read them for you so you can know that you read them correctly. This word is super, super. This word, truly, truly. Remember, Y is at the end of a longer word, usually say E. This word is student, student. We learned that when a U or any vowel, for the most part, if there is a vowel, another vowel, 1 or 2 doors down, then that first vowel will make its long sound or say its name. That's called the tap 2 rule. That's why this U and this U and this U say their long sound, but this E is going to say its short sound because the next 2 letters are consonants. So this word is student, student. And this word is flute, flute. E's at the end are usually silent. Okay, so this week's lesson is 25. Your sight word is could. Could rhymes with would and should. They're all spelled similarly. They just have beginning sounds that are different. Could, would, and should both have that O-U-L-D at the end. So push pause here if you don't have the worksheets and practice these words, these sight words. Okay, our new grapheme is T-I, and now you're about to learn something that most people don't know. T-I in the middle of words, especially multisyllable words. I think it's always multisyllable words actually, so longer words. When the next letter is a vowel, but you don't even have to think about that. Just T-I in the middle of longer words usually says shh. Isn't that interesting? T-I says shh, just like SH, and you'll see a lot of examples in this lesson. So when you come to the T-I on this page, pronounce it as shh. If you have the worksheets, go ahead and practice all of these sounds. If not, push pause and go through them on my screen. Okay, your new phoneme page is where you're going to practice finding that sound within words. If you are just here with me right now, I'd like for you to count how many sounds in emotion. Push pause, count how many sounds are in emotion. So emotion has E, M, O, Sh, N. 6 sounds. Did you notice that my mouth changed shape with every sound? That's a good way to determine how many sounds are within a word, is how many times your mouth changes shape. Watch. E, M, O, Sh, N. 6 sounds in emotion. Keep practicing your phonemic awareness skills. If you have an object, just count how many sounds are in rock, R-A-K, or faith, F-A-Th, or pencil. There's actually a schwa in there before the L. Count how many sounds are in words as you go throughout your day, and that will help you to become a more solid reader, because every phoneme will have a grapheme. Every sound will have a letter, and every letter will have a job. Okay, here we are on your new words page. You can see that that TI is often part of a common suffix, which is TION. Now you'll remember a few lessons ago that when O comes almost to the end of a multi-syllable word, and the last letter or two or three are consonants, meaning they're not vowels, then that O is going to change to the schwa sound and say Now that was a lot of information, so I'm going to say it again. When O is almost to the end, and the last letter or two or three are consonants, that O will say So when you have TI that says sh, and that O that's almost to the end that says and then an N, then that TION will say shun. And there's shun, there's TION suffixes at the end of lots of words. You're going to notice that is very common. TION says shun, and that is why. So I'll do this first word with you, and you can do the rest on your own. So here I'm going to figure out what this A is going to say. I know it's going to make the long sound because I tap 2 and there's another vowel right there. So that A is going to say A. This TI, I just learned, our new reading hack for the day, will say shh. And we know that O's, when they're almost to the end and there's a consonant at the end, will make the schwa sound. The schwa sound is The symbol is an upside down E. Vowels can make the schwa sound in a lot of different instances, and I will teach you what those are. This is one of them. When O is almost to the end and there's a consonant after it, it says So the sounds are n, a, sh, n. Nation, nation. All right, I'll be quiet while you work on these next 3. All right, we know this A is going to say A because of the tap 2 rule, same as this one. The TI says sh in the middle of longer words, if there's a vowel after it. And that O almost to the end says So the sounds are s, t, a, sh, n. Station, station. And there's that shun again. TION at the end of longer words says shun. Action, station, nation, petition. You're going to notice that everywhere. Okay, let's do the next word. I'll be quiet while you work. Okay, I almost forgot to mark that A. So we like to mark all the vowels, because if you can read the vowels, you can basically have a huge chance of reading the word correctly. If you can read the vowels, you can read the word for the most part. So we know this A is going to say because the next 2 letters are consonants. This TI is going to say sh, and this O is going to say So the sounds are k. Remember, the C makes its hard sound unless the next letter is an E, I, or Y. So that's k, sh, n. Action, action, action. Excellent. Last one. Okay, here we have a short O, Your jaw is really dropped, a lot more than your schwa sound, your jaw is dropped and that mouth is nice and long. P. Quiet sound, no voice, only air. P, sh, n. Option. 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 Excellent. Okay, you can do these next 4 on your own. They're a little long, but don't worry, I've given you the tools to know how to do them, and I will come back in the next video and read those for you to make sure that you got those correct. Here are your vocabulary words. Look at these words that you're reading now. Isn't that wonderful? You should be very proud that you're able to read these. And it's okay if they're difficult. They're difficult words, and you're learning difficult things. So don't expect perfection. Practice makes progress, not perfection, most of the time. Here are your word cards to practice fluency. Here are your sentences if you want to push pause and grab these. And then here is your story, Matt and the Ape Liberation. All right, my friends, I'm excited about your progress. I know you're doing a great job. If you have questions, put them in the comments or you can email me. I'm at april@learnreading.com. Feel free to join me in my live class if you want more personal help. I'd love to meet you. And we'll see you in the next video.